mind me. Just had to take care of something quick. Who do we got today? Hey, it is the beloved. Yeah, the fans' chosen one. Right. Some say the savior of the galaxy. Hey, the fans adore you, love you. OBI WAN KENOBI. It's good to see you, The beard looking pretty good. How's stuff for the show? Oh, you can't tell me. Disney will shoot me. Yeah, Hey, I get it. That's all right. Excited for the new show. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm glad Hayden Christensen's back, Hey, just don't hurt him too much. No, I'm kidding. You already killed him almost. But really, let's jump into this. I mean, really, that's what we're here to talk about. Is you're like the most beloved man. You're like the savior. Some mistake you for Jesus. It's just crazy. You're a little too white, but that's okay. Hey, people love you. Nothing wrong with that, man. But you know what? I'm gonna judge that today. We're gonna look at your file. All right. We're going to look at your file, and I've already been perusing it a little bit. I pulled some things. I made some notes about what I want to talk about with you today. So let's dive deeper. I mean, really, it's a lot of stuff that you did. I mean, hey, man, you've been around. You've been around a long time. So let's dive deeper. Lots of stuff that people know. Not really, actually. They kind of do a highlight reel for you. It seems like, yeah. A lot of stuff people don't know. So I just wanted to ask you about some of those things to clarify and let people know. So, you were discovered to be Force sensitive pretty young, but not very young. It was actually a little older for being discovered as Force sensitive. It was a little late. Usually it's very young that they discover that, but you were a little late in being found. But no, that's okay. We forgive that kind of stuff. That's not a big deal. That we can't hold that against you. It's not your fault, right? But it does seem that you kind of held that against Anakin in Phantom Menace, episode 1. We call it Phantom Menace. For you, I guess, I don't know what years it was of your life, but you were, Qui-Gon was still alive. We'll get into that. But, I mean, yeah, you kind of held that against Anakin to start out, but realizing that you were in the same boat, just saying, a little interesting there that you'd hold that against him. And then you went on, through your training and stuff and tried to become a Jedi, Padawan, But nobody wanted you. You failed to become one. A Padawan, a Jedi, nobody really wanted you. In fact, Mace Windu doubted that you'd ever become a Jedi. Did you know that? I'm sorry. I didn't know that you didn't know that. I thought he would have told you. I thought you two would laugh about it. You'd talk about it. You didn't know that. Well, don't have any hard feelings. He's dead. Maybe. We don't know. Who knows? He could have survived. There's people that have made up stories about him being alive. There's legend. You could find him and then you could kill him. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying, he didn't even think you'd become a Jedi because nobody wanted you and you were becoming old. And to be fair, it's his own little, kind of, let's be honest. He only sees things his way, right? And you didn't go the route he went. And sorry, we could drop it. We'll drop it. But moving on, you kind of failed again then when things were set up for Qui-Gon and you to run into each other by Qui-Gon's old apprentice. And Qui-Gon still didn't want you then. But then you kind of proved yourself a little bit, so he took you in. I mean, hey, at least you got picked up. It wasn't like you were alone and worthless forever. You ended up becoming a Padawan. Once again, a little late, but hey. We forgive that kind of stuff. Recommend you do too, when you talk to Anakin next. But, hey, who am I to judge? Just kidding. That's why we're here. I'm judging. Okay, but, let's see. Moving on. Let's talk about some missions. Some things you accomplished, okay? When you were a Padawan, all right, you were taken hostage by a Hutt. Was this some plan, some scheme thing where you get captured when you're not really captured? You pulled a Yoda. You were the prodigy, No? No, that wasn't it? Okay. The Hutt you got captured by, though. I had some questions. There's two things he was known for. Massive drug addiction and stupidity. Is that true? You really got fooled and taken hostage by somebody on drugs. That's stupid. You did. Okay. I half expected that to be not true. All right. So let's move past that. All right. So then you become a Jedi Knight. How did you become a Jedi Knight? Yeah, it is in your file. I just figured I'd ask you. Okay, fine. I'll just read from the file. You don't have to say anything. All right. You became a Jedi Knight by defeating Maul. At the time, Darth Maul. Changed his name to Maul. You know, hey, got the mug, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I would have 100% known that this was the time slot you got, I wouldn't have grabbed this mug today. But hey, it's one of my favorite mugs. I'm sorry. I would have picked the Chewbacca one or, you know, something else, but I'm sorry, okay? Do you want me to, I need to drink something though because my throat gets tired talking. You want me to put it away? No? I mean, you defeated him. That's how you became a knight. You defeated him even though you didn't really kill him, but you defeated him. At least. You didn't kill him, but you defeated him. And, I mean, it was the same time that your master died, Qui-Gon, because you got kicked in the face and were slow. Couldn't really do a pull-up very fast. I mean, you did, but you couldn't, and then you could have done a leap thing. I mean, I'm just curious, does you ever relive that in your mind and think about how you let your master die, or your master got killed while you were standing there doing nothing? Oh, but the closing red things, the doof, 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 yeah. See, I feel like you could have been a little faster. That's just me. Hey, sore topic. At least you cut Maul in half, right? You cut him in half. Didn't kill him, but you cut him in half. And then your Jedi Master is killed in that process as well. But then you become a Jedi Knight after that. That's pretty cool. Well, I don't know the full standard of becoming a Jedi Knight, but that right there, your master getting killed and you cutting someone in half but not killing them, would definitely be the lowest bar I would set for you to become a Jedi Knight. Yeah, for sure. Take that as a compliment. Did you become a Jedi Master? Let's see. Yeah, you became a Jedi Master. It's a little hazy on when that happened, but a lot of people have accounted that it was after the Battle of Geonosis. Yeah. Once again, don't want to offend you, but the Battle of Geonosis, like 180, I'm kind of giving a conservative estimate based on legends and canon. It's a little hazy, you know, the whole Disney thing. You get it. You're in a TV show with them. Don't talk about it. They'll shoot me. Okay. But the Battle of Geonosis, like 180 Jedi died. So could one argue that they really didn't have anybody else to promote? Or is it because of your gallant, you know, ta-da, you did great at the Battle of Geonosis? I think that's when Dooku kicked your butt, right? To be fair, yes, I agree. Anakin went full Leroy Jenkins on you there, right? Didn't even wait for you, just went straight in there, you know? Leroy Jenkins? You don't know Leroy Jenkins? Okay. Leroy Jenkins, World of Warcraft? No? You never heard of that? Okay. Well, all right. Fair enough. But yeah, Dooku ended up kicking your butt, and Yoda came in and saved the day. But that wouldn't be the last time Dooku beat you, right? When Anakin ended up killing Dooku absolutely just, you know, the Force, and he pulled that thing down and it landed on your leg. I don't know how your leg didn't break, to be honest. That's impressive. We give you that. Some quads. You got big quads. Don't skip leg day. That should go in your file. It's not in here. Do you want me to add it? I don't have a pen on me. I'll add it later. Okay. Really nice quads. Strong, chiseled quads. Sweet. But Anakin saved your butt. Yeah. What's that? Yes, you beat Grievous. Everybody knows that. It's memeable, right? There's memes about it. General Grievous. And you beat him. Yeah, you only lost to him like 3-4 times before that, a few times. And you stalemated him once or twice. But you know what they say? 8th time is the charm. Yeah, you don't give up. persistent. Let's keep going down this path of people you fought, because, you know, you're duelist, force user, defensive style, right? You know, you beat Anakin, but you didn't really kill him, but you beat him. You're really good at that. You're really good at fighting people and not actually killing them. It's impressive. It's massively impressive. Okay. You lost to a bounty hunter, though, which I find that interesting. The bounty hunters have killed Jedi before and stuff. No, not Django. Not Django. Cad Bane. I guess he's classified as a bounty hunter. Warlord, crime lord, whatever. Yeah, Cad Bane, you lost to him. He doesn't even have a fancy jetpack like Django. You know, Cad Bane is Cad Bane, which is impressive, to be fair. But I don't have his file. But it's impressive. But yeah, you lost to Cad Bane. He kind of shoved you off a cliff. Nothing? Yeah, no. Okay. Just thought you'd have more insight to that. But hey, you did. Whoa. Wait a second. You once wanted to leave R2-D2 behind? What? Why? R2-D2, do you not realize how many times he saved your butt? How influential he is in the story arc of... And you wanted to just leave him to die. Anakin was like, no, we gotta save him. And you're like, no, who cares? He's a droid. Is he a droid? Is he just a droid to you? R2-D2 is just a droid to you. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard not to let that sit in my mind, and you sitting there, and it's this... Now there's tangible tension in the air. Just gonna be honest with you. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Not a fan at all. But okay. You just wanted to leave him to die. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Anakin wanted to leave the Jedi Order? When? Oh, when he was 9. I should have started with that back at the beginning. How come he didn't want his life path chosen for him? Interesting, at 9 years old. That makes, I mean, to be fair, was it anything to do with the leadership above him? Did he foresee that you would want to leave R2-D2 behind? I'm just kidding. Sorry, not fair. Not fair. There's something in my cup. Probably a beard hair from you. Sorry. I'm trying. So, that's interesting. He handed you his lightsaber, said, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And then you guys got sent on a mission. Did you ever check back in with him? Say, hey, what's going on? Like, why? Check on his mental state. As we know, it's not the greatest. Okay. Well, I have a feeling we'll get into your teaching skills later on. We'll talk about it. Let's see. You dominated against Opress and Maul. That is impressive, to fight the two at the same time. In fact, you destroyed Opress's knee and cut off his arm. That is awesome. That is impressive. All right, now you that's some mad skills. How did that end up? Oh. I'm sorry for your loss. You couldn't save her? Maul came back and killed Satine. Wow. That started off so well and then ended tragically. Oh my goodness. You killed him later on, though, Maul. See? Hey, it's, you killed him later on, right? When he was an old, past his prime, not quick reaction, flippy Maul, not prime. You killed him when he was, hey, old, hobbly, waddling around, crazy, babbling, diaper-wearing Maul. So, hey, you got your revenge, Revenge of the Sith, to be fair. Revenge is kind of a Sith thing. But hey, that's okay. Good, bravo. You know, you definitely showed him what for, all right? You showed him what for. Especially his whole technique where he was trying to kill you the way he killed Qui-Gon, and you just read it. You saw it coming. You just took care of it. It's impressive. That's the cool thing about your fighting style, is that it lasts a long time. You don't have to worry about yourself still being young. Maul's fighting style, you got to be young and quick and vibrant. As soon as you're not, then you start to dwindle as a duelist a little bit. A little bit. He's still a fair fighter, but, you know, he's pooping his pants. He's wearing a diaper, so. Okay. But Satine, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Let's go to the love section of your folder, because typically with Jedi, I don't really tend to go there, because you're not supposed to have that. You're not supposed to have love, you know, relationships. You know, in fact, you gave Anakin a hard time about that. And you kind of turned a blind eye sometimes. You gave him a hard time about it. You forewarned him and all this different stuff. That's interesting. It's very interesting that, you know, you had a little affair there. Most people know about Satine, though. Come on. You know, people turn a blind eye to those that they love. They love you, so they turn a blind eye to Satine. Wait a second. We forgive you for that hypocrisy, but what? You two-timer. You two-timing son of a gun. Who is Siritachi? Who is that? Who is that? You don't want to talk about it? You don't want to talk about it. Okay? Okay. Okay. Let's just jump back to the missions, because it seems like that's probably your best area. Okay? That's your best chance of getting out of here alive. You have an interesting quote that I want to talk about. Okay? Only the weak embrace the dark side. Then how come they're so much more powerful than you? Oh, you defeated Grievous. Okay. You defeated Darth Maul. Sometimes. Same with Grievous. But they're overall more powerful than you. Sidious, Vader, Revan, Bane. I see through the legend and canon lines, okay? Let's be honest. How many Sith were actually quite powerful, you know, and ultimately powerful. And even some Jedi dabble in it to unlock more power and abilities in their fighting. I mean, Mace Windu taps into that, right? A little bit, yeah? Sorry, sore spot. You and him got beef now. I didn't mean to start anything. I just thought you should know he never thought you'd become a Jedi because you were getting too old and nobody wanted you. It's in the past, man. Let it go. You're a Force ghost now. Sheesh. And he might be. Wait, you would know if he survived because you're a Force ghost. Don't you see other Force ghosts walking around? Have you seen him as a Force ghost, or is he still... Just a thought. Anyway. But why, though? Why do you say they're weak? Because by the looks of it, you're the weak one because you don't understand that you can use the dark side of the Force to do good things. Not that you're consumed by the dark side of the Force. That'd be the very Sith motive, or the dark side of the Force is using it to get power and control and do these things, right? Right? But how come, you know, I just don't understand that quote. I want to clarify. That's all. Okay. Well, we'll wrap up this section a little bit here. The trial of Ahsoka Tano. Why'd you start looking around? What, this is a sore one for you? Yeah, it's sore for a lot of us, okay? And to be honest, I've been nice enough so far, but this is where I need to put my foot down. People overlook you and your crap in this whole thing. Okay? Talking to Anakin and Anakin standing up for her, and you're just like, hey, she did that, blah, blah, blah. You know what? People overlook that about you. And one of the most beloved, awesome, sweetest, wonderful people in the Star Wars universe. And you, sir, stood idly by. Disgrace. Disgrace. Let's continue. That really exposed the Jedi, though. Not just you, to be fair. You guys are kind of dumb and overly political at this point in the timeline. Don't you think? Like, why didn't you help Ahsoka? Why didn't you help her? She had been there for that long and built all these things up, and you think that? What was it? What was it motivated by, that her master was Anakin? And that Anakin is kind of like, you don't trust him fully. You know his thoughts. He's a little gray leaning. Very Qui-Gon-esque, if you ask me. But you know, I mean, even Asajj Ventress helped her. She went and sought help from Asajj Ventress, but not from you. And at the end, when you found out she was clear, her name was clear, Barriss Offee and Anakin, one of the coolest duels, I think, of all time. But one of them, top 5 maybe. But even after that, and some of the Jedi Council are standing there. Mace Windu says something. Yoda says something. Some random side dude says something. Plo Koon apologizes. Anakin apologizes. Anakin's the one that stood by her the whole time. I don't know why he's apologizing. But you stood there silent, saying nothing. Nothing at all. You know what they say? It's not just the evil ones and what they say to me, or the name callers. It's the silence of my friends that really impacts me. You just stood there, silent. To be honest, at that moment, that's when I decided, and when I saw that Anakin was a better master than you ever were. You need to go to the bathroom? Really? You need to go to the bathroom at this moment? Sure, by all means. Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, no, it's right out here to the left. Yep, out this door to the left. Oh, you want me to show you? You want me to walk you there? You gonna make it? Okay, I didn't know Force Ghost had to go, but okay. Hold on. So guys, little break in this obvious skit that I'm putting on to discuss what I believe to be some of the deeper reasons why Obi-Wan actually is not as great as everyone says. I'm not saying he's the worst character. I joke about it and so on. I loved Obi-Wan for a long time growing up. But as I've gotten older, I've started to see exactly who Obi-Wan is. And I see so many people beloved and love him and their skewed view of the Star Wars universe and who he is and the Jedi and so on. And in no way do I hate Star Wars. I love it. And this is one of the reasons why I love it, is because it's so deep and it allows us to see different perspectives of the Star Wars universe and characters within it. So without delay, I'll continue on in why I think Obi-Wan is not as great as everybody thinks. To discuss what is wrong with Obi-Wan Kenobi, you would have to dive deeper into what is wrong with the Jedi. The Jedi are not the good guys you think. Much like anything that starts good, that people revere, it will eventually be exploited at the expense of others. The Jedi started with a purpose that later turned into what it is when we see it in episodes 1 through 3. They believe they have the right to decide things for the whole galaxy, keeping the peace, but in reality we see them force their will upon others, quite often thinking it is the best with no real proof that it is. They become politicians and spy on political dealings. They were so wrapped up in what they were doing that they didn't even realize the Sith still existed. This is the problem that we see with the Jedi, is they become distracted with what they thought was the best and not realizing that the enemy was behind closed doors, gaining strength over and over and over again. Now, there's reasons why they couldn't sense Sidious or sense some of this darkness, but I love this in the Star Wars movies because I see this in real life, that people fight a battle that actually doesn't matter. Meanwhile, the real enemy is behind closed doors, gaining strength and coming after you. When we go throughout our day, we decide that things are important, but are they truly important? And it's one of the things that I try to combat in daily life, and I encourage others to combat as well. So when I see this in the Star Wars universe, and then I see people looking at Obi-Wan and saying he is the greatest, he is awesome, I see them looking at themselves, thinking that they're fighting this battle and that they can do it and that they can be better and this and that. And they look at the Jedi and that's what I want to be. But in reality, they were corrupt. They were political. They were detached. They were the problem. They were the reason of the fall. They were the reason that the chosen one went to the dark side. They were the ones that ruined it. More specifically, Obi Wan Kenobi, as he had the direct contact, apprenticeship, teaching, familial relationship with Anakin, the chosen one. To discuss this further, Dave Filoni talks about this on Disney Plus, and it's in one of the shows where they sit around and they talk, and I believe it's in episode 2, and it's the last 6-7 minutes. Star Wars Theory did a very good reaction of it. It'll totally change your purview on your perspective on episode 1 and what it's talking about in the Duel of the Fates. And Duel of the Fates is the fate of Anakin. That's what the Duel of the Fates actually is. And to summarize it, I'm not going to play the Dave Filoni clip for the sake of copyright. I don't know if it'd get taken down or if I'd get in trouble or whatever it is. But after listening to Dave Filoni talk about this, it made me have my own thoughts. And so I'm going to reference some things that he says. I'm going to reference some things that Star Wars Theory has said. But I'm going to let you know some of the things that I feel and believe from it. I am going to use some things that are somewhat of a paraphrased quote from them, just so you know. Some of these things are not my own words. Some of them are. It's kind of blended. Hopefully you guys understand. Here we go. Leading to Obi Wan Kenobi being one of the main influences of who the Jedi are, Qui-Gon found Anakin and knew the emotion behind the journey Anakin went on. See, Anakin didn't have a father. He didn't have a father, and he had to leave his mother. That's an emotional attachment that you can't just die to, even if the Jedi say you need to. Qui-Gon is the father Anakin needed. If Qui-Gon would have been Anakin's master, Anakin would not have gone to the dark side. I'm confident in saying this. Because Qui-Gon believed in love, and he believed that the Jedi were too detached. That's why Qui-Gon was often looked at as a gray Jedi and was not favored by everyone on the Jedi Council. But he believed these things, and he believed them for the best. So as we see Obi-Wan in episode 2 and 3 and onward and in the Clone Wars, we see that he has forsaken the teaching of his master. And we see that it's Yoda who starts to discover these things in the second movie. He starts to see these things, recognize these things, that the Jedi were flawed, that the Jedi were too detached, that the Jedi were shutting off emotion and getting too political and focusing on all these things. And just because they were labeled Jedi didn't make all their actions righteous. Obi-Wan was not the master Anakin needed. Obi-Wan is the reason Anakin went to the dark side. Anakin had a choice and he chose the dark side. He was misled by Sidious. He was afraid and fearful of losing the one he loved. But Obi-Wan did not tell him how to deal with these things. Obi-Wan pushed him away. The Jedi Council pushed him away by antagonizing him. Instead of seeing the need before them in Anakin, instead they used him as a tool to spy on political dealings rather than dealing with the enemy that was before them in Anakin that was being created by their actions. And Obi-Wan, being the master, centrally focused around Anakin, is the one to blame. The greatest failure Obi-Wan had was Anakin. Obi-Wan did not care about Anakin right away. He compares Anakin to Jar Jar in episode 1. Why do you keep collecting these useless life forms? I don't remember if that was in the movie or if it was in the novel, but Obi-Wan didn't see why Qui-Gon would save Jar Jar. Why he would save Anakin. Take them. The relationship that they built over time, Obi-Wan and Anakin, was brother, not father. Obi-Wan failed, and it ruined the galaxy. Anakin didn't need a brother. He needed a father. He needed Qui-Gon. And Qui-Gon was the master of Obi-Wan. But Obi-Wan threw aside the teachings of Qui-Gon, the exact teachings that Qui-Gon wanted to be implanted in Anakin. but Obi-Wan forsaked it. That's just how it is. An example in the teaching of Obi-Wan and how it failed was Anakin having dreams of his mother. This is a Star Wars theory video and concept that I had never thought of, so I give all credit to Star Wars theory. Anakin having dreams of his mother, and Obi-Wan is to blame for Anakin's mother dying. Because through the Force, Anakin was able to see these things and have these nightmares and know that he needed to save his mother. But Obi-Wan neglected to truly teach Anakin and help him with this. Instead, the whole principle of detaching from emotion, be one with the Force, trust the Force, do this, do that, so on and so forth. Obi-Wan continually preached this to him to the point where Anakin did not save his mother and finds his mother dead and always blamed Obi-Wan for that. This was another thing that pushed Anakin away. But it also displays perfectly the teaching Obi-Wan had done was a failure. The person that influenced Anakin the most was Luke, and being the father that Anakin never had. No, Obi-Wan did not do anything for Luke besides watch from a distance and die for Luke to escape. I find it ironic that he ends with a death that clone troopers were used for a long time by Obi-Wan. General Kenobi. Cannon fodder for political gain and strategic superiority. Send them in so that we can flank. Send them in so we can go around. Send them in so we can escape. I find it funny and ironic that Obi-Wan found the same death. Yoda is the one that trained Luke. The Force molded Luke. And Anakin was the father to Luke. The father Anakin never had. The story was saved by Anakin. He was the chosen one, even though he was not stewarded well by anyone who was trusted with him. Obi-Wan was not the Star Wars savior. He isn't even the best Jedi. He isn't that great a character. Quit looking at someone who offered up so much and tried to be a teacher, but actually straight up sucked at it. We look at him and we say, oh, how great he was. Anakin was just a disobedient child. But at some point, we need to look at this disobedient child and realize that he was not taken care of properly. And the person that was entrusted with that was Obi-Wan. And that is the true failure.
Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, you okay in there? Been in there a while. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who gave you a phone? Oh my, who are you? Give me that. Yoda? Yoda's not bailing you out this time, buddy. Come with me.
Well, now that we got that taken care of, you need to own up to your own actions. Sheesh. Safe to say that you don't deserve that title of most beloved and wonderful. Let's give that to somebody else who deserves it. Give me that. Give me that. What are you laughing at? You're next, buddy.
Yo, what is up, guys? I just wanted to make a little outro really quick, just saying that the point of this video was not to be a toxic Star Wars fan. It was to have some fun and share some of my opinions. I know that you'll have yours, so maybe I changed your opinion. I doubt it, but you just never know. But I do ask in the comments down below, put something that you learned in this video that you didn't know before, or you know what, on the off chance that you did change your opinion, go ahead and drop it down below. If you disagreed with me, put that in the comments down below too. But I do ask that you like the video, because that helps me know if I should make more videos in the future like this video, and it helps grow the channel, as well as subscribing to this, turning on the notification bell, and sharing this video with other people. I would really appreciate it. It helps grow the channel that I really want to grow, and I want to keep putting out this content. And it just helps having more people seeing that, putting in input, and so on, and growing the channel. So appreciate you guys. I really do. You're the ones that kind of make or break this for me, so I appreciate it. God bless you. Peace out.